Hello and welcome back to Roleplay Game Lounge's YouTube channel, Third Player. I'm JB, and today we're going to be discussing MTG Finance for local game stores in the Philippines. I'm not an expert, not an expert. I just wanted to, in the spirit of transparency, just want to let you know how things work. If ever you're planning on, once this pandemic is over, if you would like to venture into selling Magic the Gathering or opening your own game store, I would like to impart what I've learned over for more almost 4 years. Yeah, almost 4 years. Um, wow, wow, 4 years na pala, and almost 4 years. By the end of this year, um, for 4 years na we're operating, and yeah, and hope to see more. Unfortunately, board game cafes in the past 2 years, even before the pandemic, board game cafes have folded up. LGSs have closed. So it's a very tough industry. It's a tough business. So I would very much like to have more people venture, because I'm discovering more new players. So I was speaking to someone new. I was able to get him and his wife into, well, his other friends um, sort of coaxed him into the game, but I was able to help him along his questions, what to buy, how to start, and he's relayed that he has really enjoyed the game and he will continue to pursue it. And he's also even thinking of looking into more commander stuff. So hopefully Wizards will not abandon paper, and after the pandemic we will all go back to playing more paper, because it's really different when you're in front of another person or a group of people as you're playing. The interaction is different. Even the shuffling, it's your deck is your own, right? You control everything, so it's still partly luck, but you have it in your hands. Versus online, it's so impersonal. But anyway, um, we're going to be talking about, uh, on this first part. I don't want it to drag too long. So after once we finish relaying information, feel free to put in the comments below some of the questions that you'd like to ask, and I will try my best to answer. What's my so uh, aside from operating uh, a game store for almost 4 years, what what other credential do I have uh, to be able to talk about, no, Bixby? No. I don't. No, I don't want um, to talk about a topic like this. Well, I've been playing Magic. Well, I started playing Magic uh, from the beginning, revised mostly. So maybe first 2 years of Magic here in the Philippines. So of course, my story is one-sided, right? So I don't, from my experience, so I was there since I thought they brought the game here from, I don't know, was it Hong Kong or Singapore? Uh, so there was one group of people who started playing it, and I was in the next group. So that initial group of people who knew each other obviously had family and friends who they shared the game to. So fortunately, I got into it early. So although I did not, but I was a student then. High school was I? So I didn't have that enough funds. But whatever I could scrounge up, aside from buying my comic books, I would also buy Magic. So I think I was there with where they were still selling Legends and Dark. Um, yeah, and then Revise was really the uh, main source of cards because Dark and Legends were becoming rarer and rarer. And then it blew up from there. So yeah, so I was there in the beginning. I was not the pioneer, so they would be the group of Dean Alfar would be the and I think someone from Green Hills was the first distributor. I don't know the specifics. Anyway, I was there. Although my area was just usually play Katipunan area, Green Hills, Robinson's Galleria. So other than those areas, I am not aware. So if there were other people pala who were first, good job. I, I don't know. So that was my line of sight. And then I would play. I would go. I would stop playing, and then I'd come back. Then I'd stop again. But my brother-in-law would continuously be playing. So he has a vast collection and stock of cards. But he would just play red or green or black. He and my sister. So I kind of stuck to blue and white. So those were the separation. Now, going back to the main topic na. So that's my background. Uh, why did I open ano? Why did I open a shop? And is it profitable? So the the answer is two questions pala yun. So I stopped working. Diba? I concentrated on the business. And the roleplay started as board games mainly, diba? So I added Magic. And then, so now it's a mix. Or all types of games that can be played in store, I would like to cater to. It's party Magic. So is it profitable? Um, no. Hmm. Enough, I think. If you're going to be setting up a store, don't expect to be profitable unless you have a ton of money. And even then kasi it's really a risk So it's either, so you risk by putting in a lot of money, but in return, you could get a lot of money also, which you will just put back in, right? And then, but you can also be left with a ton of cards or stock that you will say, let's, it's an investment. Later or down the line, it can increase in price. It might not. But if you have a lot of money, it really is no problem for you, right? Whether it, you can you can keep it and forget about it. It's like it is an investment versus if you don't have a lot of money like me, it really is a cost or cost of goods sold or of services rendered, right? If it's part of a price, yeah. So um, it's a cost. So if you're like that, it's not very profitable because you have a lot of things to consider. So what are those things? I prepared not that. I prepared an Excel. So what are the things that you have to consider for your store to be profitable? So if you're uh, an independent, local, um, rent-paying, tax-paying store, these are the things, some of the things that you will be um, yeah, that you will have to keep in mind because these are the expenses, your overhead, right? So on a monthly basis, you have percentage tax. Is it 3%? 3% or 5%? 3.5%? 3%. So let's just say it's 3%. Wait a minute. It's not refreshing. It's 3%. Okay. It's not refreshing. So let's just hold on. Let's just I'll take out okay. So make it a little bigger. Yeah. So monthly percentage tax. And then annually, so monthly percentage tax is like you pay to BIR. You remit to BIR. So it's the national government. Tapos there's also an annual local percentage tax to the local government, which is also around 3%. So let's just say it's 3% of the gross, of gross, not net. 3%, 3%. And you annually you pay for permits and licenses and others. That would also come up siguro 1 to 1.5%. Let's say 1.5%. Ayan. And then this is the the utilities, tapos rental. Ayan. Tapos meron pang um, annual annual tax. Annual tax. So this rental is such a big part of your overhead. Utilities naman kahit papaano maliit-liit lang. It's really the rental. Ayan. So you have to consider that. Now, kunwari na lang, um, ano ba? Kunwari you have a store ng mga 25, di, it's too small, no? Say you have a small store that can sit mga 16 to 24 people. So it would have to be like 25 to 35, or no. Maybe 35 to 40 square meters. And if depends on where you are. So I only know around Mandaluyong and Pasig. So for example, Greenfield area is about 1,200 per square. So Shangri-La, I'm not sure about sa kunwari within a mall. Pero parang someone told me before, kunwari sa Star Mall, yung maliit na kiosk is around 25K to 30K na agad. Ganon. And I think a kiosk din sa, ano yun? So, kung 30 divide by 10 square, 3,000 or 2,500, or it's really it's mahal. Mahal pala talaga. That's why some opt to do kiosk lang. But if it's in a really high traffic area, then hopefully you can offset the rate you're paying. Pero if it's a small space lang naman. So let's say let's say average ganon. Parang whether it's a small kiosk or a 35 to 40 square meters na space. So around Mandaluyong is 1,000 to 1,200. Let's say you get it at 800. May makuha kang 800. Or maybe yung mga far-flung areas mas mura. Pero I don't know, I'm just pulling stuff out of my ass. Kunwari if it's 800 na lang. At 800, 800 times 40 square is 32K na rent, diba? So, Star Mall, 25 to 30 or no. So, let's see mga 30, kunwari 30,000 na rent. And then utilities, maybe there's yung maintenance na you have to pay. Oh my God, meron pa pala. I forgot pa pala. So, there's VAT pa on rent. So, that's 12%. Utilities, sabihin na lang nating 5,000. Tapos yung annual tax is I forgot. I was just doing it. I forgot. Yung annual tax rate, I forgot na talaga. Do I have it somewhere? I do. I have it. Hold on. No. Tax table. Plus 10, plus 15, plus 20. Okay, the tax table is depending on your bracket or how much the taxable income is. It's 5% or 10% or 15% or 20%. Ayan. So let's go to kunwari taxable income is lowest na lang. Lowest na hindi naman So it's 500 plus 10% of excess over 10,000. So let's assume that so it's 500 plus 10% of kunwari ang total taxable mo is 110,000. So 500 plus 10% of 100,000. Shucks, ang laki. So that's 10,500 pala. Anyway, that's annual naman, 'di ba? So let's make it kunwari monthly. I-amortize natin. Okay. So ayan, monthly percentage tax. So let's just say it's 1,000 pesos. Sorry. So, kunwari 1,000. So, yung local percentage magiging kunwari 12,000. Which is actually hindi. Kasi nagiging, kahit the lowest end, yung local percentage tax becomes around, and yung mga other stuff that you have to pay for. So, mga 25,000 yun eh. Sabihin na lang natin 24,000. So, it's actually 2,000. 2,000. Tapos, yeah, so let's just say mga, I think mga 5,000 yung mga other local permits, licenses. Or let's just say yung lower end. 3,000. Ay, ano pala to? Annual to eh. So, equal 3,000 divide by 12. So, 250 lang. Ayan. Tapos, meron pang 12% VAT on rent. So, actually, yung rental mo, papatungan pa yan. But you don't have to pay it to the, you withhold it. Tama ba? 12% VAT, pero a certain percentage lang yung withholding tax. Ano lang pala? Withholding tax pala on rent. I forgot na rin. I forgot. Tax. So let's just say it's 6%. I think it's 6%. So, 6% of 30,000. These are no approximations. So, these are not exact values. So, don't quote me. Ay, ba yan? Mga 1,800 a month. All right. So, a small to average store will need how much? Around 42,000 a month. Has to make up 42,000 a month just to break even. So if you find a location where you think you can get medyo low to average lang to 42,000 a month. That's how much you need to cover. And this doesn't include pa if you're paying for any employees. Okay? Pero let's say yung mga pinaka lowest end na maliit lang yung renta, maliit lang yung utilities. Tapos may taga-bantay. So it will still come up to around ganitong amount, 'di ba? 40 to 42,000. Let's just say flat, 40,000 a month. You need to be able to recoup to break even. 'Di ba? So how much do you need to sell? So kung 40,000 na lang, 40,000 na lang, that means you have to, in the simplest terms, wala pala ako dito at all. Can't see my reaction. May camera ba? Walang camera dito. Okay. Let's just switch to here. So, you need to recoup mga around 40,000 a month to break even, to keep the store going. Ano pa lang yun? Expenses pa lang yun, overhead. You need to have money pa to buy your stock. No one is going to be consigning their stuff, diba? So, on average, small to medium operations in a highly urbanized area or commercial district, maliit na ba? But correct me if I'm wrong, that's just from my experience, from my own computations. Kasi yung greenfield before, kung 1,000, that was 35 square. Although yung second floor was sort of free. Pero I had to build it, the second floor. para mas sulit. Imagine if I didn't have a second floor, tapos how would I be able to accommodate more people, di ba? So, 40,000, that's a lot of money every month. Wala pang empleyado kung mag-employee ka pa. So, that's how much you must think about. So how much, if you have that ano overhead, how much do you need to mark up sa product mo to sell to be able to get to this number? So you, from reading business articles or listening to other businessmen I'm not saying this as pinaka-definite rule of thumb. Pero, yung mga game shops, for example, you need to have a markup of at least 40%. Yes, 40%. 40 to 50 even. Sabihin na natin 40% markup. Tapos, kunwari, those are itong mga service or retail, other retail. Kasi yung, kunwari restaurants or yung food, yung markup nila is so much higher. Approaching 100%. Pero you will understand naman kasi they employ many people naman. And so parang, pero yung profit margin nila is para may profit sila. Kasi yung kunwari the food products, you have to really get at a minimum or optimum price point so that you can sell it. Kunwari, yung cost of kunwari Jollibee or McDonald's. So, it's a big corporation. Tapos, syempre, yung pagkuha nila ng stock or yung materials to for their food products in bulk. So, ang laking pera nilalabas nila pero kuha naman nila yung optimum na discount. So, kunwari yung spaghetti that costs 60 pesos. Ay yung price niya, yung selling price niya is 60 pesos. It is probably yung overhead niya is mga 30 pesos. Yung cost of goods sold niya is 30 pesos. Ayun. Tapos, syempre, yung other expenses, may matitira sa kanyang konti, profit, siguro 20%. Ganon. That's why kaya nilang magbigay ng 20%, which actually, lang yun, may matitira pa rin sa kanilang 10%. Yung mga just to get rid of the stock. So, yun works for them. Sa game stores naman, mga hobby shops, I heard na it's yung markup should be at least 40 to 50%. So, tandaan nyo yun kunwari 40% na lang. Tandaan nyo na lang muna yun kasi we'll get back to it later. 40 to 50%. Ayan. So, kunwari 40%. Tapos gusto mong maka-break even 40,000. So, ibig sabihin, dapat meron kang gross sales na 100,000. Let's go back to the Excel. Okay. So, to break even at 40%, kailangan mong maka-gross sales ng 100,000 pesos to break even and to just to be able to pay yung mga kailangan mong bayaran on a monthly basis, especially rent of around 40,000. So, yung cost of goods sold mo is yun yung 60,000. Okay. So, what can you get with 60,000? Anyway, so we'll we'll be getting to it very soon, and yung example natin is uh, yung recent pre-orders for Zendikar Rising. Okay. So, kailangan mo around 40% just to break even. Just to break even. So, tipidin mo na lahat ng matitipid mo dito para lang kung ano yung matitipid mo na hindi mo kailangang gastusin every month for your overhead, yun na ang kakapiranggot mong uh, profit. Okay? Okay. So, what can you get for 60,000 and what can you sell for 100,000? Okay. So, since I'm already here in this minute, since I'm already here and we're showing na 40%, let's look at the transfer of product and percentage ng uh, how much yung pricing between uh, Wizards of the Coast to the distributor and the distributor to the uh, game store retailer. Ayan. So, this is also what I heard. So, puro hearsay, ano. Siyempre, I don't have, I'm not a distributor. Roleplay is not a distributor, so we don't have any contract. But I I also kunwari I distribute Protex. Kasi I can apply for distributorship to gain a certain amount of discount privilege, 'di ba? Pero these distributors are mostly in the US. So you can also ask if you know of any other distributors, how much they're getting. Kunwari, maybe an Avon distributor or some other distributor. Think think how they can, tapos di ba merong SRP. Unfortunately, wala nang suggested retail price for Magic products, di ba? Pero other products with SRP, think how can some distributors or retailers bring down the price to 20 to 25% discount if they're not even getting at least a little money back, right? So this is what I heard. Ha? Uh, what C Wizards of the Coast. So again, this is what I heard. This is not confirmed. So malaking chismis lang po ito. Pero what I heard, kunwari yung mga online distributors, kasi they get in bulk, right? Super in bulk. So they are offered whether now or before. So they were offered anywhere between 40 to 60%. That's with depende sa product, no? So and I think this also applies to board games. Eh. So um, going to the distributor, online distributor, 40 to 60% off. So sabihin na lang nating 40% off. Let's just say it's just 40% off. So what he will give the distributor, what he will give the distributor, 40% discount. Okay. That is why if you go to online stores, uh kunwari yung mga sets before, the draft booster boxes, maririnig nyo, online you can get it from 95 to $100. So yun ang draft booster box. So 95 to, kung 50 pesos lang 95 times 50 is 4,750. 100 is obviously 5,000. So an online store, an online distributor sells it at that price. Why? Because they have yung enough na margin. They have 40%. Tapos, so ang nilabas lang nila, pera. Tapos, kahit ano, yung other expenses nila dyan ay 20%. They will still have 20% na profit to na pwedeng paikutin, right? To grow their business. So usually around that range. So kunwari itong it's too small. Kung makita. Kunwari si Zendikar Rising Commander deck, set of 2. So they're selling it at $30. So kung sa 50 pesos na lang, that's 1.5. Ay, yari. 1.5. So set of 2. 1.5. So let's go back to our Excel. Okay. So kung ang benta nila at 50 pesos is 1,500. So ibig sabihin nakuha nila at how much? Times 0.6. Nakuha nila at 900. So obviously at this price, mapapabili ka na ng sobrang dami. Diba? At yun naman na expectation for distributors. Okay. This is where it So, plus or minus some percent, do you know na retailers, WPN retailers, get it around the same price as yung price nandun sa sa online. So, give or take some, I mean, sometimes it's not exactly that. Let's look at other examples. Um, ito. So, collector's booster box. It's around 209.97. So, 210. Kung 50 pesos na lang, that's 10,500. So, we are not getting it at a price point na will afford the stores enough to get to achieve yung break even unless you really sell a lot and you sell at at a higher price point. But there are two problems there. Kasi syempre everyone has internet. They will compare. If it's available online at this price, why are you so much higher, 'di ba? So for example, um tignan nyo. So si collector's booster box is at kung 50 pesos na lang, this is 10,500 pesos. Ang pre-order price niya ng retailers is 11,000 yung unang pre-order, ba? Kasi usually ang mga collector's boosters, ang retail price sa stores after release is around 12,000, 12,500, di ba? Pero the price, yung pre-order price is different. It's a little cheaper kasi upon release, it's a little higher na. So, if the retailers, so sure, retailers do not get 40%. Retailers, local independent WPN stores, they do not get 40%. 10,500. Let's see if we get 20%. We do not. We do not even get 20% off dun sa early pre-order price. From my computations, let's double check. Parang may certain ay nako. Yung not having an SRP is sobrang nakakaloko. Kasi we don't know kung ano yung tamang pricing per product. So generally, retailers don't even get 20%. As pre-order price pa yon. So as the release date comes, syempre the price also will increase. So when we get, kung hindi na nga dati 20%, mas lalong hindi talaga as the days go by. So, um, ano pa ba? Itong let me see. Why did I price it that way? Okay. So, si Zendikar Rising Commander deck, sabi kasi, ang laman ng isang box, 6. Which means there are three sets of 2. And they're actually the replacement for, sort of replacement for Planeswalker decks. So they're medyo, although they're commander, they're medyo on the beginner side. So they want to bring in more new players for commander. So it's a commander deck build, tapos merong 3 new cards per deck. Syempre may commander. Pero it's the replacement for Planeswalker decks. So, magkano ba yung Planeswalker decks before? So, they were sold $850. Yung retail price niya at release, $850. Tapos ang pair is $1,700. So, ang pre-order price niya is mga $750. And a pair is $1,500. Yun yung Planeswalker decks before. Now, sabihin nyo, why is it that cheap? It's a 100 card deck. Pero, kunwari sa normal deck, 60 cards, ilan ang land? 24? 25? Tapos sa commander deck, ilan ang land? 35? 34? So it's around 10 cards na nadagdag na land. So out of 60, 40, 10, 30. So there are 30 other cards. Pero these cards are like singleton, di ba? So one of each. And then they're made for relatively new players. So medyo hindi siya ganun ka advanced. So that's why yung pricing niya is 1,500. So if we're getting it around the same, I mean the retailers, no, para rin lang nun sa Planeswalker decks. That's why if tama yung sa distributor na 6 decks sa loob ng isang box, then it can be offered at this rate na 1,500. So sa ganon, may konti na. So I think, so if we, yeah, so ba't ganun? Anyway, so it's close to this. It's at cost. It's around this cost, 1,500. So whether mali yung computation ko for this particular example na ay nabigay ko rin siya for 1,500 na thinking na, pero kasi it comes in a bundle So I allotted a certain price point dun sa kasama niya sa bundle. Tapos I made sure na consistent siya across all of the other kinds of bundles. Tapos ang pricing for the commander deck is this much divided by 3 sets. That's why it came up to 1,500. So whether maling computation ko or hindi ko nilagyan siya ng profit margin, that's on me. So, I will abide by yung dun sa mga nakabayad, naka-prepay for 1,500. Pero, kung titingnan nyo naman, it's around, no? If I were to get um, this at 1,500 times a markup of, usually for magic products, it's 20-25%. Kung 20%, it's 1,800. Kung 25% is 1,875. Tapos kung yung maximum natin dun sa gusto nating at break even man lang, at 40%, it's 2,100. So, kayo, um, will you buy a Planeswalker deck at 2,100 na pair? A beginner level na deck. Well, we don't know kung ano yung cards na nandun, no? Mali mo may Arcane Signet. Oh my God! Di ba? Or some other bomb of a card. Pero, congrats dun sa mga few people who were able to get yung offer, the rotate offer of 1,500 for pairs. Kasi I saw twice that amount for other sellers. Well, they priced it differently or they've computed it differently. So, so it's their computation. Ayun. So for me, that's a justification of the 1,500. I wouldn't have gone over, even if I got it around 1,500, I wouldn't have gone over probably 2,000 to sell it. But that's me. And that's why I'm not profitable. Ayun. So let's go back to our what's my Excel? Go back to our Excel. Okay. So, um, so usually at something like 1,500 or kahit 2,000 na product, 2,000 pesos. We usually get it at how much? Okay. Okay. Yung markup namin, ako lang pala. Markup ko is, this is Magica. It's 20 to 25%. 20 to 25%. That's why, let's say draft pack, it's sold at 180, right? So we usually get it Ano na ba siya? Um, around round up mga 140 or 135. So, pero single pack should be a little higher versus yung boxes. So, draft boxes, um, ano yung selling? 5.4, 5.6? Well, dati was 5.4. I think I'm selling 5.6 na. So, so that would mean, oh my God, it's not even. It's at 17% lang ang markup. At 5.56. At 5.6. So, think about that. So, well, I'm thinking about that. Um, so it's very difficult to be profitable unless you're really scaling up, no? Kasi 'di ba, kunwari kahit pa piso-piso pa 'yan, pero 1,000 naman, o 1,000 pa rin. Versus kung isa lang na benta mo, kasi ang markup mo 100 pesos naman, 100 lang 'yon, 'di ba? Pero sobrang laki naman din ng kailangan mo ilabas. So, that's a decision point for people who want to get into um, this kind of business, no? Kasi how much can you put out and then will you able to get back uh, what you're putting out extra, your overhead, at a margin of 17 to 20%. Okay? Well, if you can reduce naman kasi your monthly expenses. For example, the individual online sellers or other stores who do not pay rent or pay taxes. So, kung wala tong 42, tas aabot mo na yon, that's 40 to 42,000 in your bank. Diba? So, just wanted to let you see na that's what the tax-paying, rent-paying, independent LGSs, small to medium LGSs have to endure, and we have to compete with people who and other sellers who do not um, pay itong extra overhead. So that's why uh, if you are selling a product worth 2,000 because you need to um, reach a certain amount to pay for your overhead versus a seller who sells it for 25% less, 1.5, because he does not need to pay or think about paying for rent or taxes, You don't think about those, diba? You go to the lower price. It's the same product, lower price. The answer is obvious. Go to the lower price. Then you're going to be killing off a lot of a lot of a lot. I mean, you're going to be negatively impacting uh, businesses who are trying to trying to survive and catering to communities. So I don't want to sound parang I'm griping, no. Pero I mean, people have the freedom to choose who to buy from. Uh, Go ahead. Um, Ayun. I'm just relaying this information. Pero for those who support um, local independent uh, game stores, thank you. Thank you very much. Let's go on. Um, but I've gone on for an hour. So, ano pa ba? Let's insert. Ayun. So, I'm going to stop here first kasi it's a long recording na. And did I have any other point to make? Um, we'll we'll have another session. If you have any questions on the topic, however I can help with people who are thinking about setting up a store or even online, uh, ano lang, as far as information that I can uh, impart. Ayun. Just being transparent here. And ayun. Roleplay was built really, maybe I'm just stupid, na it was really to grow. I'm passionate about people having fun. So that's what I want to see. So more people having fun, growing the community, growing various communities. That's the goal of roleplay. Now, kung masustain naman at mapagkakitaan, di good job. Pero kung hindi, I mean, that's the worst scenario. Um, pero I'm always trying to balance those things na what can I do to keep it going and not lose a lot more. Ayun. But, so yun, support na lang. Yeah, so around the area in Mandaluyong Pasig area, please continue to support the uh, local independent stores that I know are still there. There's Block 101 sa tawag dun? Oh my God. Bonnie Station. Bonnie Station. And then, nakikita ko lagi sa feed ko. Sorry. So, Block 101, Bonnie Station. Regrand is in Ortigas, across Robinson's Galleria. Roleplay is in between those two. So, we're at Shaw Station or in front of Mega Mall, Mage Ring, sa South. I'm forgetting some other stores. Uh, si opened the new store in Makati. Ah, Vault. Vault. Yay! Ay, meron siyang store ulit. So, Ongkeko, who moved to, di ba? maganda na yung, I mean, more spacious. Tama, pumunta siya third floor. I forgot. What else? Meron pa, yung kina Ruby, I forgot. And I think there's some, sa Marikina. Di ko alam. Oh, Ultra electromagnetic, kay Cesar. Ayun, daming pera no. um, Yung pa ba? Yung mga stores. Si Cesar Estante, pero di ba 4 sides yung stante niya? Or 2 sides lang? Anyway. Ayun. Yeah. So support support the nearby stores. Don't steal from them. um, Mababait naman yung owners, manghiram na lang kayo, di ba? Marami naman mahiraman. And ayun, support to growing the community. Ayun pa pala, kasi one problem is, I was saying kanina na, kasi we see what the pricing is in the internet, di ba? Tapos we want it to be as close to that, or Pinoys kasi we want as mababa as possible. And since meron kasing nag-offer who, well, unfortunately, or fortunate for them, they don't have to pay for other expenses, they can offer very low very low prices, pero it's kind of hurting then the rest of the sellers. So I really think na kailangan ng guide price. Now I was talking to someone about it, pero parang price manipulation naman daw. What? Okay. Oh. Sa si Cagayan de Oro. Who's that store? Oh my god. Who's that store? I forgot. Put in the comments below. I forgot. Sometimes he posts a role play eh. Yun. Oh. Yung online sellers naman or individual sellers, I'm usually fine with selling singles, 'di ba? Pero yung sealed products, doon ako medyo off. Medyo off lang. Medyo. Kasi parang how can you sell it that low when we're getting it that price? Oh my god. Anyway, that's them. So I saying. So yun, support. And ayun, I think there needs to be the SRP back to guide price lang. Kasi if you if really if ang hirap. Kasi it's a form of regulation. Kasi paano na nga 'di ba? Everything's going digital. Tapos it might be inevitable na I don't know. Do you think paper magic will go away? I don't know. Pero sana hindi. Ayun, I think I'm for regulation. Kasi just to be able to sell sa price where independent retailers can also profit. Kasi if it's if a distributor has their own connected or related stores, tapos obviously we don't know how much they get it, so it might be syempre to help their own stores, related or connected stores, if the distributor has them, parang they won't get it at the same price na offered to other retailers, 'di ba? Kasi they will sort of obvious, parang. But anyway, if the distributor has um, related or connected na stores, parang eh, uh, they they can afford to price it lower kasi they get it at the at the high discount, 'di ba? And if if they have connected or related stores, they will obviously protect it. Um, it would be great sana if the community can grow big enough to support another distributor. But we don't know what's happening in the background. Why we're not growing big enough as a community to warrant another distributor, even a small one, a distributor that will not have any connected or related stores. Because if they do, we don't know if they really do, or we cannot say if they really do. Um, but that would be good. Yung parang distributors sa states na their business is really to 'di ba? They will invest in the product. That's why they are getting that much discount, and they will sell it. That's it. That's it. Yun. Kasi it's kind of sort of gets muddled, no? But I think that's how things are in the Philippines, eh. Even with politicians or prominent personalities, they will have those kinds of things. Di ba yung nangyari sa ABS-CBN? Ang hirap na intindihin. Kasi kung ano-ano na, kung sino-sino na ang konektado. Sabihin na, ay, iba yan. Pero actually, you know, because it's it's the power of the money. What do you think? I don't know if we'll get another chance to discuss more. I Let's see. I want to. The Excel sheet is I want. Meron pa ba? Or have I touched on everything? Oh, but do like this video, share it. Comment down below if you have any questions that you'd like someone with my background to answer. I'll also ask nung sa old roleplay, so there was someone who visited na was part of that. Oh my God, I was just watching yung Seven Deadly Sins na anime sa Netflix. And then it's just like Bleach or other anime na parang yung kalaban, pati yung mga bida, palakas lang ng palakas. Tapos merong mga darating na ang lakas-lakas, tapos lalakas din sila. So, anyway, kasi may bumisita sa what's his name? Eric? I forgot yung apelido. Bumisita sa roleplay sa Greenfield pa. Tapos sabi niya he was part of the pioneer group of people who were playing Magic in the Philippines in the 90s. So, and he knew my brother-in-law. So, nagkakakwentuhan about. So that's how you parang fill in the gaps in the history ng Philippine Magic. So I don't know everything, but I will ask around and I'll try to contact people then who know about it. I mean, sina Cesar, sina Reyes Tasio, sino pa ba? Yung the Tan brothers. The people who are who've been champions then before. So they've been playing a long time then and continuously, so they know a lot then. So I'll ask them then if you have any questions on I could ask them. CSR has a store about electromagnetic and si yung Keko, I think. Oh, sino yung Richard sa ano sa Quezon Ave ba? Uh, Forgot. But support. And ayun, just leave your questions in the comment section below, and I'll try to answer them or ask other people if they know the answer. Ayun. The spirit of fairness and transparency, no negative stuff. Okay. This has been JB for Roleplay Game Lounge. YouTube channel third player. Hindi ko na alam ang sabihin ko. Ayun. I'll have news about the new location. Is it new? Very soon. Did I say na the second place that I was looking at? Oh, I think I did. I think I did provide the update. Yes, I did last time. So it was very nice talking to you this past hour and 20 minutes. Hope I've enlightened you a little. And yun, questions in the comments below. Contact me if you have any questions regarding setting up a store, online or otherwise. And if you want to collaborate with Roleplay Game Lounge in any way, let's talk. I'm burping. I've been eating ice cream. um, Let me know. Keep in touch. And I'll see you in our next video. Stay safe. Stay safe. Stay indoors. And MECQ is ending next week. We hope to open a few days in a week. So roleplay sa Highway 54 as we move to our new location. Thanks again. And bye-bye.